God has an urgent revelation for you today. They've been plotting against you in secret, and it's not just your imagination. It's a divine warning about real enemies working behind the scenes. God is pulling back the spiritual curtain to show you the hidden schemes targeting your success, your peace, and your progress. This message comes with divine intelligence to help you see what's been happening in the shadows. You've sensed something wasn't right, felt the strange energy around certain people, noticed things going wrong in patterns that seem too convenient. Your spirit has been picking up on their secret plans, and now God is confirming what you already knew deep down. As you hear these words, know that God sees every secret meeting they've held about you, every whispered conversation where your name was mentioned with evil intent. It's normal to feel shocked or hurt when you realize people you trusted have been working against you. But remember that divine protection surrounds you even when human loyalty fails. This revelation is your chance to prepare your defenses and turn their weapons against them. You're receiving this spiritual intelligence because there's still time to counter their moves before they strike. Even when betrayal cuts deep and deception runs thick around you, trust that this warning is divine mercy, because knowing your enemies gives you power over their plans. God is exposing them now so their schemes will crumble before they can damage your destiny. As you think about the people in your circle, take time to examine who's really for you versus who's just pretending. Just like a detective uses special tools to find hidden evidence, this divine revelation helps you see the true motives hiding behind fake smiles and false support. Hold on to those who genuinely celebrate your victories, but let go of jealousy and competition that disguise themselves as friendship. Just like a gardener removes weeds that steal nutrients from healthy plants, you need to identify which relationships are secretly draining your energy and blocking your blessings. Look for the signs God is showing you. People who ask too many questions about your plans, those who seem concerned but never offer real help, friends who always have reasons why your dreams won't work. This revelation isn't meant to make you paranoid, but to make you wise, helping you see clearly so you can protect your peace and guard your purpose from those who smile to your face while plotting your downfall behind closed doors. This revelation about people plotting against you is more than just human drama. It's a spiritual battle between light and darkness over your destiny. It's a time for you to understand that some people are being used as weapons against your purpose, even if they don't realize it themselves. Face this knowledge with spiritual strength, knowing that greater forces are at work in your favor. There's a divine plan unfolding that will turn every scheme into your stepping stone and every plot into your promotion. These attacks might feel overwhelming, but see them as confirmation that your breakthrough is close enough to threaten the enemy. Every hidden plan becomes a prayer request that releases more divine power into your situation. When people work against you in secret, reach out in prayer for spiritual warfare victory. God is always here to give you strategy, wisdom, and supernatural protection against human schemes. In your prayers, you'll find the battle plans you need to defeat every plot and overcome every enemy. Remember that no weapon formed against you shall prosper, and every tongue that rises in judgment will be condemned by divine justice working on your behalf. As we've discussed, recognizing the enemies around you, I'd like to help prepare you for more divine intelligence about spiritual warfare. If these revelations about hidden plots resonate with your spirit and confirm what you've been sensing, please take a moment to like this video and subscribe to receive more divine warnings and spiritual battle strategies. Pay attention to the specific signs God is sending to confirm who's plotting against you. These aren't random suspicions. They are divine alerts sent to protect you from ambush attacks. As you move through your daily life, notice how certain people's energy changes when you share good news or announce new opportunities. You might observe fake excitement that doesn't reach their eyes, questions that probe for weaknesses, or sudden unavailability when you need support. You might hear your private information being shared in places it shouldn't be. Notice people acting differently after spending time with certain friends or feel drained after conversations that seemed innocent. These aren't coincidences. They're sacred intelligence helping you identify who's feeding information to your enemies. Trust your spiritual radar when it signals danger around specific people. That uncomfortable feeling in your stomach, the way your peace disappears in certain company, the heaviness that comes after phone calls with particular individuals. That's God's early warning system protecting you from deeper betrayal. When you notice patterns of things going wrong after sharing plans with certain people, when you feel like someone is studying you instead of supporting you, or when your success seems to bring out strange behavior in others, that's divine discernment showing you exactly who to watch. Notice these warnings, honor them, and let them guide your decisions about who deserves access to your life and information. Remember, you're not facing these plots and schemes without backup. God is with you, surrounding you with supernatural protection while human enemies work their plans. Around you stands an army of warrior angels, spiritual guardians and heavenly defenders, all working to shield you from every attack launched in secret. These people plotting against you have no idea they're fighting against divine forces that cannot be defeated. Every scheme they devise is already known in heaven, and countermeasures are being put in place before they can execute their plans. Feel confident in this divine protection, for it shows how valuable you are to God's kingdom and how threatened the enemy feels by your potential. Each step they take against you becomes evidence that will be used in divine court when justice is served. The universe is actively working to expose their deeds, confuse their plans, and turn their weapons back on themselves. Nothing they do in darkness will remain hidden, and every secret meeting will be brought into the light at exactly the right time. Divine timing. God's perfect strategic clock is working in your enemy situation right now. When you receive revelation about hidden plots at exactly the moment when you're strong enough to handle the truth and wise enough to respond correctly, that's supernatural timing protecting your destiny. These moments show you're connected to God's intelligence network, living under divine surveillance that sees everything before it happens. As these warnings about specific people become clearer, let them build your confidence in God's protective plan. Each confirmation shows you're being guided away from traps and toward victory. Pay attention to how the timing of this revelation aligns with other changes in your life. They aren't random spiritual experiences. They're part of a coordinated divine strategy to expose your enemies at precisely the right moment for maximum impact. Keep your heart open to continued intelligence updates about these plots. The more you recognize God's warnings and act on divine guidance, the more protected you become from future schemes, and the clearer your path to complete victory becomes over every enemy. Just as you receive these divine revelations about hidden enemies, your support helps us continue sharing similar spiritual intelligence with others facing secret attacks and betrayal. A small super thanks of $5, $10, or $20 allows these important warnings to reach those who feel surrounded by fake friends and hidden enemies, giving them the same divine protection and enemy exposure you're receiving today. As you prepare to face the truth about these plots, believe that this spiritual battle will lead to your greatest victory yet. Just like gold becomes purer when heated in fire, your character gets stronger when tested by enemy attacks and betrayal. God orchestrates these revelations perfectly, allowing enemies to reveal themselves at exactly the right time for your protection and advancement. Focus on building your spiritual strength, because divine power is what defeats human schemes and exposes hidden agendas. When you stay true to your purpose and keep your heart aligned with God's will, supernatural breakthrough begins manifesting in your life. Opportunities you never imagined start opening up specifically because your enemy's plans failed. Every step you take in faith during this battle season brings you closer to a level of success that will shock those who plotted against you. Stay authentic in your relationship with God, because divine favor is your greatest weapon against human jealousy and your supernatural protection against every scheme designed to stop your destiny from unfolding. As you face these hidden enemies, make it a habit to declare, "God exposes all plots against me and turns them for my good." Speak these words with absolute authority each morning. This powerful statement creates a spiritual force field around you that confusion and deception cannot penetrate. When doubt about people's motives creeps in, or when you discover new betrayals, pause and center yourself. Use this time to connect with the divine warrior inside you, and remember that greater is He that is in you than he that is plotting against you. Trust that God is working everything for your benefit, and begin each day by thanking Him for divine intelligence about your enemies. When you fill your mind with confidence and spiritual awareness, you create space for divine justice to operate in your situation. Your faith becomes a supernatural weapon that defeats every scheme before it can touch your destiny. Declare your protection daily, and watch as God confuses your enemies' plans and causes their own plots to trap them instead of you. During this season of spiritual warfare, you're not just winning personally, but also becoming someone who can help others recognize fake friends and hidden enemies. This experience gives you a chance to demonstrate God's protective power in action. Each day brings new opportunities to strengthen your discernment and share divine intelligence with those who might be walking into similar traps. As you pray for continued protection and divine revelation, remember to connect with trusted spiritual warriors who understand the battle you're facing. Your victory over these plots can inspire and encourage others who feel surrounded by deception and betrayal. Use your experience to shine light on someone else's darkness and help them see what they might be missing. Embrace each day as a chance to build a spiritual network of protection, surrounding yourself with people who genuinely support your success rather than secretly undermining it. In this battle, we grow stronger together, supporting each other through prayer and divine wisdom, creating a community of faith that stands firm against every hidden scheme and secret attack. God is speaking specific words over your situation right now about the complete defeat of every plot against you. In the coming days, you will see their secret meetings fall apart, their carefully laid plans crumble into confusion, and their hidden agendas exposed in ways that shock even you. The same people who whispered about your downfall will be forced to watch your supernatural elevation, and those who planned your failure will witness your divine promotion. Watch as divine justice moves like lightning through your situation, turning every weapon they formed back on their own lives. Their attempts to block your opportunities will open even bigger doors that they cannot touch. The resources they tried to steal from you will multiply and return with divine increase. The relationships they attempted to poison will be replaced with connections that truly honor your worth. Every lie they spread about you will be exposed by truth that shines brighter than any deception. Their jealousy and competition will fuel your breakthrough into levels of success they never imagined possible. This is not just recovery from their attacks. This is divine vindication that elevates you beyond where you were before they began plotting. When this victory manifests, you'll understand that God allowed their schemes just long enough to set up your spectacular comeback and their public defeat. In closing, as we prepare for the complete exposure and defeat of every plot against you, let's move forward with unwavering confidence and spiritual readiness. Be prepared to receive God's justice, face your enemies with divine strength, and recognize every blessing that comes from surviving their attacks. Trust in the power of prayer and in God's perfect timing for your vindication. You are walking toward total victory, surrounded by supernatural protection and strengthened by divine intelligence. Keep declaring, "God exposes all plots against me and turns them for my good," and watch as divine justice delivers your enemies into your hands while lifting you higher than ever before. If this message has revealed the truth about hidden enemies in your life and given you confidence in God's protection, please like this video and subscribe to our channel for more divine intelligence and spiritual warfare guidance. Hit the notification bell so you never miss revelations about plots and schemes meant to harm you. When you share this message, You help others trapped in similar situations recognize their own enemies. Each person who receives this warning through you becomes part of your spiritual army, fighting against deception and betrayal. Dear Lord, please continue exposing every hidden plot against us and turn every enemy scheme into our victory and elevation. Give us wisdom to recognize deception and strength to defeat every attack. Amen. If this revelation about your enemies has opened your eyes or confirmed what your spirit already knew, consider showing your appreciation with a super thanks of $5, $10, $20 or more. Your support helps us continue bringing divine intelligence and spiritual warfare strategies to others facing hidden attacks. Please share in the comments what specific signs helped you recognize plots against you. Or tell us what other spiritual warfare topics you'd like us to cover in future videos. Your experiences and suggestions help us provide the divine guidance you need most for complete victory over every enemy.